Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about the professional tools we have in order to measure and share an impact of our TCA in the website. So I will show you the good practice, the outcomes, the evaluation and the follow-up part in our website. Let's see them one by one. So first, let's start with the good practice. As you see, I'm in the activity management part of the website with a Hungarian TCA officer user, so I can view and manage my activities as a Hungarian TCA officer. So let's see this one. Here I am in this events menu point, and I will go to this Hungarian events submenu category and look for a TCA for which I would like to share good practice and also an outcome as well. So I choose this one. And here I am in the template of this TCA. So concerning the good practice, it can be created during the TCA, so before and after the end date of the TCA. So you see, this event has been passed, but I can already share a good practice inside. So it's part of the base data section. The last row. So we have something, a very useful experience or know-how, any other methodology we would like to share with our international fellow colleagues. We can put them in the system and share them inside. So we are in this good practice row. And if our know-how or useful practice has been classified as a good practice by our national agency, we have to set this into yes. And additional rows will appear and additional categories. So I can go into details concerning the form, the factors that resulted in good practice, and I can tick on several ones that are relevant to my TCA. So like we have one in the planning and promotion related part. Yes, and I can choose this or the selection realization, etc. And after we can give more details about it. And we have to click on save. And in the table, and also in this public events table, our TCA will be visible with a good practice badge. It was this 264. It was this 264, and it has a good practice badge inside, so you can see that there's a precious content inside, so it's worthwhile to see it in the system. So the other thing, the next tool we have in the system after the good practice is the outcomes. And we have to go to this first row here, where we can continue editing the TCA. The public events was just to look for the table and the TCAs. And I can continue editing it. And we have this we have this second menu bar, the white one, that helps us. So good practice is feasible before and after the end date of the TCA, and the outcomes you can create it only after the TCA has passed. So if we have reports and any other useful documentation, photos I would like to share it with others, I can go to this block here, the activity outcomes block, and click on this row in order to create and share my outcome. So this, what I published here, will be visible on the front page as well in the tools and documents section. So you can see a table of outcomes and search them as well on the front page. So you can you can go into more details concerning the summary of your outcome and result. You can give the type of your outcome, and it's a multiple choice option, so you can put several type of outcome inside. You can explain your choice, why you chose that, and you have to click on save, and also you can give a link of a useful video inside. So after click on save, it will be saved in the system. Here in the outcomes block, the next row is gives you the possibility to upload files as well. Any other background materials you would like to upload, you can browse your computer and then upload it. The allowed file types and the file size is visible here. Tools, photos, reports, etc. So it can be downloaded in the system. So outcomes can be put and uploaded in the system after the end date of the TCA, and it has a separate menu point here as well in the blue menu bar. So let's see, we have one subcategory for the activity outcomes provided by your national agency. Here you can see all the list. I was just about to refresh this one, and from this part of the website as well, you can continue editing it by clicking in this pencil icon, and you have the same template as we had previously. So this was the list of the outcomes uploaded of my national agency, and this is the table where you see all the outcomes uploaded by other national agencies. And if you would like to see all of them, you can just click on this eye icon, and you can see the template and all the information the other national agencies shared with you and shared with everyone. So this was the good practice and the outcomes in the SALTO platform. And the third tool we have is the evaluation block. So you see, it has a separate menu point here as well, and the follow-up also. So in order, so let's see some the basic information concerning the evaluation and the follow-up. So these tools, with these tools, you can have a quick and prompt feedback coming from the participants. The evaluation is normally we suggest you to send it right after the TCA, and the follow-up is recommended to send out 6 months after the end date of the TCA. So you can have another perspective concerning the benefits of participating in a TCA. So as an Organiser NA, you can send out an evaluation form right after the TCA, and while the follow-up is sent out by the different sending national agencies, so they can be different and they can be formulated separately. So the major condition to be able to send an evaluation and a follow-up in our system is that all the activity application has to be managed by the SALTO platform. So you have to publish your TCA in the system, and you have to have applicants via our platform. And also the Organiser NA has to finalize the list of list of participants, and also the TCA has to be ended to be able normally to be able to create an evaluation and a follow-up part. So these are the major points to be able to send out an evaluation and a follow-up by our website. So as I mentioned, they have separate many points here, and the evaluation has the evaluation evaluation many point has two subcategories following the same logic as we have in the system. One row for our national agencies evaluation, and one row for you as an Organiser NA, and one row for you as a sending national agency. So in this part of the table, so in this table, you can see all the TCAs. For that, an evaluation form can be created, or already it has been prepared in the system. So you see all these TCAs as an Organiser NA here. If you would like to create one, you can click on this pencil icon, and you can add an evaluation form. This is the template for you to provide. As you see, there are fields marked with asterisks, which are compulsory fields, and you have to fill out them in order to save your form. So in this introduction field, you have to this is a precondition to fill out the introduction form in order to save it to save your evaluation form in the system. So you can go into more details concerning the background, the aim of the evaluation form, and you can also give a possible deadline for the participants before that you would like to have the evaluation reply back from them. But there's no technical condition for receiving an evaluation form. They can send you 2-3 weeks after the evaluation, after the end date of the TCA, or a little bit later. There's no technical restriction for that. You have also, apart from the introduction field, there are standard questions, as you see in the form, that will be part of the evaluation form. This is coming from the previous site's evaluation form, so they are formulated and managed and by the fellow colleagues and also the working group. So thank you for their contribution. And you can give also a keynote speaker's name if you would like, if you had any in your TCA, and you have a possibility to give additional questions as well in the system. And after click on save, your form will be saved in the system, but you can edit it before one participant will send you back one reply. So you can little bit edit it after clicking on save as well. And by default, your evaluation form will be sent out to all of the participants you had in your TCA, but you can also check or uncheck the tick boxes. I'm going to show you from the list of the participants. If we go back to our table, we have this range icon as well for every row. So if you would like to see and manage the answers, here is the list of people I talked about. So after saving your application, saving the evaluation form, you have a possibility to for you to choose the people for whom you would like to send the evaluation form. So you see there are people from different national agency because I see them as an organizer NA. I can view and possibly download the evaluation form and also export them into Excel sheets. And in this row, I have the possibility to see the evaluation form of the sending of as a sending NA. So if I was part of a TCA as a sending NA and I send them participants, I can see, I can receive their replies, and I can possibly, and I can, yes, so I can see them and possibly download the replies and also export them into Excel format. So once more, for the evaluation form, the organizer NA creates it and sends out to all of the participants of every NA, every sending national agencies, but the sending national agencies sees only their approved participants in the system. So normally you will see only your own national agencies participants here. While going to the next module of our website, which is the follow-up form. While, as I already mentioned, the follow-up forms are created or can be created by the different sending national agency to their own participants. So they can be different concerning the additional questions, introduction, etc. While the Organiser national agency will see all of the answers of every participant of every sending national agencies. So as I mentioned, the online application procedure has to be gone through and managed by the SALTO in case of the follow-up form as well. And the Organiser NA has to finalize the list of participants, and the end we have to pass the end date of the activity as well. So follow-up form is recommended to be sent out 6 months after the TCA, so you can have another perspective from the result of your TCA coming from the participants. And we also have 2 subcategories in our system. One where you can see all the TCAs where you can prepare a follow-up form or for which a follow-up form has already been created. And in this row, you can see all the follow-up forms as an Organiser NA. So as I mentioned, in case of the follow-up form, you will formulate it as a sending national agency, so you have a pencil icon in the system. You can add the follow-up form by clicking in this on this pencil icon. You have the same template, introduction field to fill out where you can put the background. You have standard questions. You have possibility to give the name of the keynote speaker and also 5 additional questions. In case of the follow-up form as well, you have to click on save, and after you will see all the list of participants they were approved by you as the participants of the TCA, and you can check or uncheck some of them if for some in case of no show up, for example. And if we go back to our table, we can, by clicking on this range icon, we can see the list we have just one person here on our list. So we can see all the replies and received form we have in the system coming from the participants. Also, we can see the form, and it's downloadable into PDF and to export into Excel format as well. You will be notified by a system message if you receive a follow-up or an evaluation form reply, and participants will also be notified by the system that there's an evaluation or a follow-up form to reply to. And also on the front page, they have my application sub-menu points where they can see all their or the evaluation and follow-up coming from the national agencies. Here I'm going to show you my applications. And here I can see all the TCAs where I was a participant, the status of my application from the sending national agency part and from the Organiser NA part. And I have a special column for the evaluation and the follow-up as well. So thank you, and good luck for the TCAs, and please use all these very useful tools in our system. Thank you.